Hello. Today I want to talk to you about passion and metaphors. Passion, because I think if kids fall in love with what they're doing, they will become experts. Metaphoria, because I want kids to have mental models with which to think, models that are durable and independent of the computer. Now, for a little trip down memory lane. You know, I never really thought I would use computers with kids. Back in the 70s I was a humanist. Okay, I still am. But they were so mechanistic. However, I decided to take a course with Ron Ragsdale at OISE U of T. We used the Commodore PET. We learned BASIC. There were really no programs available until a little later. And honestly, I kept asking myself, what can this computer do for me? What can it do for me? After a few nights, I realized I was asking the wrong question. I had the wrong expectation, the wrong belief. It's not, what can the computer do for me? But rather, what can I do with this computer? What can I do with this computer? So after that evening, I was moved. It was 1977, so I went and rented a dumb terminal for a month for $70 and took it to my grade 1 class. I hooked it up to a telephone line connected to OISE, and I taught these little grade 1s to do simple programming in BASIC. Print Janine 10 times. You should have seen their faces. They squared their shoulders, they held their heads high, and they wanted to struggle some more. They wanted to try new things, to fail more, so that they might succeed, just like Nintendo, PlayStation. Did they each have a computer? No. Was that a bad thing? No. Because it was a social event. It was a happening. It was shared. They all had a stake in it, not just in what they did, but also in what the other kids did. Passion drives learning in ways that scientists are really only beginning to learn about, although it's obvious to many of us at an intuitive level. There is a strong link between emotion and learning. Capture their hearts and you'll have their attention. Let me demonstrate a little logo, a constructionist tool that's been around for a few decades. Check it out. Kids teach a turtle to behave as they wish. For example, let's teach it to make a square. You type in forward 100 and make it turn 90 degrees. Do that 3 more times and it draws a square. 4 times 90, 360. 3 times 120, 360. 5 times 72, 360 for a pentagon. And that is the total turtle trip theorem. Kids were asked to write a story about a total turtle trip. Leanne, aged 8, wrote, "Once there lived a turtle. He was very curious. He wanted to take a trip, so he said to his mother, 'I'm going on a trip.' 'Oh, but what if you fall and land upon your back?' his mother asked. 'I won't do that.' And off he went. When he was walking along, he met Father Bunny. 'Where are you off to on this fine spring morning?' Father Bunny asked. 'I'm going on a trip around the world.' 'But what if you—' Turtle didn't hear. He was halfway down the road. He started down a big hill, but he tripped and tumbled down the hill and landed on his back, and there he stayed. Meanwhile, Turtle's mother got worried and went to find him. She found him on his back, and she helped him to his feet, and he said, 'I guess I took a total turtle trip.'" Did she understand the concept? Let's see. I asked the kids to make any polygon, and I was amazed. You know why? Because she not only understood the concept at hand, but realized that she could have the computer do the division, 360 divided by 11. This made the creation of any polygon really easy. A pentagon was 360 divided by 5, and so on. Now you can teach the turtle new words, procedures. Square is a procedure. Flower is also a procedure, but a special one because it contains another procedure, square. So square is a sub-procedure, and flower is a super-procedure. Okay, Metaphoria time, transfer, here we go. This grade 2 class that I was working with saw the space shuttle piggyback in a jumbo jet. When we returned to the classroom, a discussion erupted. Is Earth in space? And in asking the question, she determined that yes, it must be because it wasn't sitting on anything. And the discussion continued until Jeffrey, a real character, piped up. "You know, it's sort of like Logo." "What do you mean?" "Well, Earth is like a procedure. It's like a sub-procedure inside the solar system. The solar system is the super-procedure, and the solar system is like the sub-procedure inside the universe. The universe is like the super-procedure." "Fascinating," I said. "What's the biggest super procedure?" "I don't know. I guess the universe," he said. So if their logo program didn't work, they had mistakes or bugs in their thinking. Finding bugs was part of the deal. We had a large papier-mâché turtle, and when bugs were found, they were fed to the turtle. But the transfer? I overheard two students as they worked together on a traditional paper math task. They knew that there was something wrong, that their answer wasn't right. One student said to the other, "There's a bug in here somewhere, we better find it." I then explicitly taught them Metaphoria by using sentence starters in their journal. Programming in Logo is like playing tennis. First I take a turn, then the computer takes a turn. Finding a bug in a program is like an eagle looking for prey by the ocean. Okay, now to more current tech issues. The internet has changed the way we read. There's no doubt about it. Some say this is a good thing, some a bad thing. I say it is what it is, let's just deal with it. Let's take control of the opportunities to read differently, and let's opportunistically and deliberately choose how we read. Nicholas Carr, in his book, What is the Internet Doing to Our Brains? The Shallow, says, "Once I was a scuba diver in a sea of words. Now I zip along the surface like a guy on a jet ski." Let's effectively use this metaphor to educate our students. It's part of the new literacy our students must acquire, a digital literacy. So now, when kids are developing their projects, maybe they're doing their preliminary scan of materials for background information, or maybe they found some great articles, you could ask them, are you going to jet ski, or are you going to scuba dive? So think about using metaphors to extract the passion from your students. Have them write, have them think together. Have them use the tools of the day to exchange their thoughts, their ahas, their frustrations and successes. Have them believe in the power of we. Thank you.